I've been gone a really long time and I apologize for that, but I kind of want to get into this video really quickly. So let's go ahead and start talking about why what Black Panther means to me is important, and then I'll circle back at the end of the video. In honor of it being February, Black History Month, I have decided that I'm going to wear my dashiki every day, so to class and everything, and so that includes when I'm filming, so definitely expect to see this more throughout the rest of this month whenever I upload a new video. But let's get into why what Black Panther means to me is important and why you should be thinking about some of these things as you prepare to see the film. Let's begin with representation. For starters, this is one of the most star-studded, majority melanin casts I've ever seen for a film. These are all, for the most part, you know, A-list household names. You've got a couple of up-and-comers, but they've become vastly popular with their various roles in recent films and recent media in general. So you know who a lot of these people are. Even if you don't know who they are, like per se, they haven't been around that long, you know who these people are. And what's exciting about this is that you have a cast that the African American population can totally wholeheartedly relate to, because somewhere in all of this melanin, you know, there are characteristic traits that they can relate to, or physical attribute traits that they can relate to. And part of what makes a successful, you know, film or television series or whatever is being able to convey real life and characters and convey thought processes, emotions, and traits that, you know, the audience can relate to and draw a connection to certain characters with based on these traits and these similarities that are shared between, you know, the fantasy world of the film and the realities of the real world and everything that comes with those two things. On top of this increased representation, there's this pressing notion, especially in Hollywood, that, you know, minorities don't bring bank to the box office when it comes to, you know, powering a film. And I think that Black Panther is really kind of changing the perception of that and kind of shattering that notion and that ideal, especially in the sense that, as far as I know, it's outperformed any other superhero movie. It hasn't even premiered yet. Like, it's sold out everything. And 9 times out of 10, the majority of these consumers are African Americans, or Africans in general, from, you know, actually from Africa, like directly. But that's because it's a film with characters that they can relate to, and they can connect to, you know? They're people that look like them, that sound like them, that probably feel like them on certain issues and certain stances on the world and how everything works, you know? But also, you know, just the fact that it's sold out, like, that highlights the importance of having representation for everybody in a film, because when you've got a little bit of everybody in something, it's a little bit easier to kind of persuade, you know, all of these different races, cultures, ethnicities to come see your film, as opposed to if you had, you know, a cast that was entirely, holistically, 100% one type of race, ethnicity, gender, etc. Not only is this film not following the same trope of, oh, another slave movie or something to that effect, it's also actually kind of giving a glimpse, I feel like giving a glimpse into what could have been, because it kind of sets up this world of in Africa, or a chunk of Africa, I guess. I'm not really sure how Wakanda is set up in relation to the real world, but in Africa that hasn't been touched by Western civilization, so completely secluded from the Western world, well, from everyone, to be honest. I don't think they really have any outside influences. They might be influenced from outside ideas, but there's no, like, direct contact from other countries affecting them. It just kind of makes you sit and ponder, what would Africa in reality in today's world look like had there not been any you know, outside colonization and control of, you know, the continent? Would the makeup of the country look different? Would it be a more unified country, or would they still be all different separate countries? What kind of technology and things would they be having? You know, Europeans or, you know, Americans or whoever didn't show up, didn't colonize certain areas, what would happen? And I just think it's interesting to play with and toy with that idea in your head. This film also, I feel like, to an extent, highlights black women and how they can be amazing. You have the Dora Milaje, which is the Black Panther's bodyguard unit, and they are just a fierce unit of women who are physically strong, but amazing and adept fighters. And I think that'll probably played up a bit in the film, especially from some of the trailers I've seen. And I think that's amazing that you can have a film where you've got a series of powerful, strong African American women and they're warriors, because I don't really think you've ever really gotten anything like that in a film before or in mainstream media before. And I think also I saw somewhere where it might even be based off of actual history. So that's even cooler, because now it's going to make you want to go look up the history on that and get the facts and learn more about the world around you, which is cool. But also you've got Shuri, which is the sister to T'Challa the King, Black Panther, and she's like a genius level intellect based on the interviews that I've watched or whatever. So I mean, you've got this other notion that African American women can not only be fierce warriors and fighters, but they can also be super intelligent, and that is beautiful and that is great, especially when we're trying to get our young girls to dream big and be okay with wanting to be an astronaut or an astrophysicist or a geneticist. Like, yes, it's okay to be smart, it's okay to be strong, it's okay to be a warrior. And this film is already amazing. I'm ready for this film to come out. Let's also touch on the fact that this film, while majority African American, the cast isn't light. They're not light brights. They're dark, and I think that it touches on something else, which is this notion that's created, and I think it's something that's created in society as a whole, that fairer skin is more beautiful, which is not really the case. I think that beautiful is beautiful, and I think this film highlights that, because you have a ton of beautiful actresses and actors who are all the shade of a nice, healthy milk chocolate or darker, to be honest. And I think that it's great that this film touches on the idea that blacker is still beautiful, Ultimately, I think, some of the key takeaways, though, is the idea that we're gonna have young, impressionable African American women and men, and by young I really mean like kids basically, watching this film, and it's going to hopefully help inspire them with the idea that they can go out and do anything. Like, I've seen a film about a superhero that looks like me, and his sister is a genius and she looked like my sister. So that means if I want to, I can go up and I can be a superhero, in the context of real world or whatever, but I can be a superhero, my sister can be a genius. It inspires him to be, the superhero of his own life and aspire to do the things that he wants to do in life. And likewise, hopefully it will inspire the young girls to, not be afraid of, those oddball, quirky jobs that they want to get. There's not enough that I can say, and I'm trying to keep this video really short. There's not enough I can say about this film, about how good it is and why it means so much. So I'd love to hear more of you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the film, if you're planning on seeing the film, how excited are you for the film, what are you guys gonna wear for the film, and how do you feel about the film as a whole, and the opportunities and the possibilities that this film could be bringing. So just let me know in the comment section down below. I just want to take the time to thank you guys for watching this video of mine. It means a lot to me. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comment section outside of the discussion on the film. If you're interested in becoming a part of the D3 squad and regularly being updated about my videos and all of my other content, just smash that subscribe button down there and click the bell notification icon, turn on those post notifications, stay up to date on when I post, where I post, how I post, what I post. That's gonna do it for me. Just want to say thanks again for watching, and remember, one love, one people, one world. I will catch you guys in another video real soon. Peace out.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger.